So I'm going to be trying Rally Driver now by Alternative Software. It's that kind of business. So I suppose technically they are Spectrum graphics. Yeah, that's spot on. Yeah, of course, Who Dares Wins. Don't have a copy of that, so if I want to play Who Dares Wins I have to load it from the SD to AC. Look, they give you a massive map and everything. Maybe this will help the retirement fund as well. And even if they don't load, you sell them last, isn't it? Well, you'd certainly sell them after you finish selling any equipment you're going to sell. Basically, the stuff that works, you sell that first. You decide what you're going to sell, you sell that first. And then later on, the stuff that is expensive, then you sell it later on and you say, oh, my tape deck doesn't work anymore, but these are the games that physically they're in good. No returns, untested. Like that. And if you think untested actually means untested, well then more full use of. Now the only reason I haven't opened this issue of Amiga format is because I don't give a shit about Amiga format. It's the one with the get into CD-ROM with your A1200 startup guide. Find out how CD-ROM works. Choose the best drive for your A1200. Discover what CD-ROM can do for you. Fuck all, mate, on the Amiga. Oh, I found Super Skid Marks and Project X stroke F17 compilation CD. So this is November 1994. Image processing roundup, painting with light. I feel like playing WRC Rally, W. Not in a BMW, that's different. So we're going to be playing Rally Driver. This is a budget re-release, I believe, by Alternative Shits. And that, I believe the camera ran out at some point when I was doing the other one. Because I remember mentioning, are they Spectrum graphics? And yeah, Spectrum graphics are fine for the Spectrum, sir. Because the Spectrum only can do Spectrum graphics. It doesn't have 5 fucking screen modes like the C64. Anyway, it's way too cloudy to play World Series Baseball. Although that does load, I repeat, that does load. Loaded without incident. It's just the camera. Battery went all millennial and stopped powering the camera, obviously, about 3 seconds before it finished loading. I suspect those memories have been wiped out, boy. Now what the fuck are we gonna do? So after this we got Orbitron and then a bit of Red Max, and then I ain't decided really, and that's just empty cassette case, don't know why that's there. But I said not really found any of the games I want to play. Although I could do some painting while Alien Syndrome, if it does load, is playing the title tunes. Because that's how I decorated my bedroom, in the same sort of blue, back in the mid to late 80s. Well, there's Bangkok Nights. Might as well test Rainbow Islands at some point. Oh, that's just great, that is. The tape must still be going. Where's the cunt? Because I actually played this game from this cassette. So it did work last time. Well, I did run to the end of the tape, but it still worked. So I had to go. And I thought this game is shit, so I'm not going to leave it running while the battery charges for 2 hours. Because then I can't play anything else on the C64. And as you saw, I had IK Plus loaded, so as a real cock up. People got a brand new 64C with an 8580, and people are doing budget re-releases of games where the sound is fucked up unless you've got a fucking 1984-85 bread bin in the late 80s. Which is kind of weird because the early 80s games, they work just as well on the 8580 as the 6581. You know, you can certainly do with a bit more bass, but everything kind of sounds like it should, more or less. Think of the poor Amstrad owners with their 1-inch speaker. Maybe Bruce Lee liked the Amstrad CPC. 1-inch punch, 1-inch internal speaker. It's a real cock up. Alan Sugar is such a dumb cunt. He is a chav. He might be the richest chav in the world with a lordship and God knows. He's still a chav though. 100% chav. And that's why the fucking Amstrad CPC looks like a fucking breeze block, mate. There is no styling. What do you think of the Amstrad CPC styling? Well, I can't see any styling at all. Someone just got like a rectangle, cut a few holes for the keyboard and cut a few more holes for the cassette controls and the, you know, the cassette lids, and it's job done, mate. Which is why the Sinclair Plus 2 and Plus 3 are shit looking machines as well. Because they're designed by the same idiots, no talent fucking idiots who did the Amstrad CPC. What's the monitor? The monitor, it has some styling. It looks like a Hinari or a Seisho fucking TV from the mid 80s. Yeah, I remember this. You have to type this in, and you can't fit Mad Commodore in there. Madam, you can't fit Mad Commodore in there. And which glasses? We've got reading glasses. These are no good. I was fucking very wet last time. I bet it always says that because the fucking game engine is programmed by a bunch of cocksuckers, mate. Fucking assholes. I think it was Circuit Port 1. So playing a hot rod like in Stunt Car Racer, because it sure sounds like that engine. Ah, you get a horn. Now the problem with this game is the game engine and the input response routines are tied together, so shares the CPU 50% with that one, so it is 1 frame a second, and so is the handling. Could Mickey Biasion win a world championship with a pair of LCDs strapped over his eyeballs that relay the images at 1 frame per second? Oh, we get 2 frames per second, madam. Yeah, that's another channel I won't be going on, but you can actually go off the road in the rally game. That's bullshit. That's another thing. Probably take me 30 seconds to fucking straighten up the fucking car anyway. So it does self-set. Look how slow it's drawing the fucking steering wheel. That's how fast the entire game is running. And that's how many times it's reading the, you know, the controller input. I understand it feels like speech. Cow in the middle of the road. Ha ha, very fucking hilarious, mate. Let's get a good look at this cow. So he's still got the cow in front of us. It's a freezer. Nah, it's just fucking attribute clash. Attribute clash on the C64. Yeah. Feels like I'm driving a fucking traction engine. Traction engine rally, that's what they could have called it. The old steam powered ones, that is, with the metal rollers for front wheels. What does that flashing mean? You're near the edge or you're stalling the engine? A fucking lap already. Why has it got a P in the middle? If that is the fucking handbrake, aka parking brake, then think how bad the handling would be trying this at full acceleration. So it's a real piece of shit, this car. It barely does 100. Wow, you can get fucking too much turning at 100 miles an hour. Who'd have thought, eh? Who'd have thought, eh? What a horrible game.